Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Eagles in Digital Business, a Candid Chit chat with all of us.
All of us.
So, what is today's topic?
Okay,
Showing up with purpose. Showing up with purpose. How to stay consistent even when life gets busy.
absolutely.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking today. But before we dive into our topic, let's introduce ourselves. Hi everyone, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama, but currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor. Mosemola?
My name is Mosmola, the face behind muscleconsult.com. Originally from Nigeria, but now I'm residing and working by choice in New Jersey, USA. I've been a healthcare worker of several years, and now I'm equally a digital business owner.
Hello, people. My name is Elizabeth Adejo. I live in Saskatchewan, province of Canada, with my family. I'm a mom to 5 children and originally from Nigeria, but I have called Canada home for the past 3 years. I'm a global coach, I'm a digital business consultant. I'm excited to be here this morning.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I am originally from Mexico, but I live in North Carolina, USA. I am a former educational assistant. I am a wife, a mother of 3 beautiful children, a grandmother of 2 boys, and well, now a proud digital business owner and a mentor.
Thank you, everyone. So we also want to remind everyone that every Tuesdays and every Thursdays, we have our live webinar. So if you want to learn how you can start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is register in any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to watch the webinar. Our webinars is every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. MST, and 8 p.m. EST. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to the live webinar. That one will take you to a page that will have two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. The second link is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. So you're probably wondering too, like, okay, so what I'm gonna see on the webinar. So on the webinar, you're gonna find out how our online business plan works. And also you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So let's find out who were the hosts and panelists from this past Thursday's live webinar.
Okay, so here we go. The host for last Thursday was Jay, who is a resigned educator. And then we had Zainab, who is a stay-at-home mom. We also had Happy, who is a clinical manager, and Ryan, who is a nurse and nurse educator. You see, people from different career and educational backgrounds. We are all here in this business. Right on, sister.
We also had Anna Maria. She is a registered nurse. We have Sakinat, a nurse as well. We had Mabel, a pediatric home registered nurse. Then Jinat was also one of them, former major at Bangladesh Army. So you can see we are all career people, but we are here making it big.
Yes, thank you, Mosamola. Thank you, Elizabeth. So our lives have subtitles in 5 languages, and our replays has subtitles. It has subtitles in several languages. Our live has subtitles in 5 languages: that's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So there you go. So if you want to learn how to start your online business and start earning online, all you have to do is just register in any of the websites that appear on the screen, and we'll be happy to send you that information to so you can watch the webinar. Okay, and you can also send us any comments or questions. You can comment more info, and we'll be happy to answer any questions, or you can send us a private message. All right, so let's dive in into our topic for today. So, what is our topic for today?
Okay, so our topic for today is showing up with purpose, how to stay consistent even when life gets busy.
Yes, so it's not about doing more; it's about showing up with meaning. So that's what we're gonna be talking today. So, hello and welcome again to another episode of the Eagles in Digital Business, a candid chat with all of us. So let's get real. So just put it here. Okay, so let's get real. So life gets busy, and some days it feels like you're juggling a million things at the same time. So, like work, family, laundry, dinner, deadlines, and you're wondering, how do I stay consistent with my business too? You know? So maybe you have said, I just don't have time, or I can't stay motivated. But what if we told you you don't need more time? You need is more clarity. And purpose creates clarity. So that's what we're going to be talking today. So, what are the points that we're talking today?
Well, today we're going to start with why we struggle with consistency. And secondly, we're going to talk about 3 tips to stay consistent with purpose.
Yes, so that's what we're going to. So, let's start with the first point.
Let's
So,
be honest.
mhm.
Consistency isn't hard because we are lazy. It's hard because we forget why we started in the first place. When we lose sight of the purpose behind our actions, our commitment fades. Purpose is the anchor, is what keeps you grounded when life gets chaotic. And in other words, that purpose in our community, we call it our biggest why.
Why?
It is what drives us. It is what motivates us. My daughter was here. I started setting up my laptop, and she said, even today, I look at her. I look at her. So, guys, my why is bigger than Sunday. It's bigger than Saturday. It's bigger than when I'm tired. It's bigger than when I'm sleeping. What moves you? What inspires you? And the same daughter that is asking me even today doesn't know that she is one of the biggest ones in doing this. So when your work is bigger than everything around you, no matter how tired you are, you will stand up, you will show up.
Okay, so thank you, Elizabeth. So, yeah, why we struggle with consistency. So, this part here says, let's be honest, consistency isn't hard because we're lazy. It's hard because we forget why we started. And a lot of times, we forget because we're focused on results, we're focused on so many things at once, and then we forget the reason why we started. And that's something that we need to really keep in mind. Be focused on your why, because the why is what's going to get you to where you wanted to go to begin with. The goal that you set at the beginning, your why is something strong. It, like Elizabeth said, is stronger than working today. Today's Sunday, here we are today, doing our business. Because why? We're focused on our goal, and it doesn't matter that it's a Sunday. We still want to run our business, we want to show up, and we want to keep growing. So when we lose sight of the purpose behind our actions, our commitment fades. So we really need to keep in mind, why is it that we're doing the things that we're doing. Every action needs to lead lead us to our goal. Every action has to do something with a small growth in whatever area. You need to keep growing, keep learning, and keep heading the right direction. So purpose is the anchor. It's what keeps you grounded when life gets chaotic. And life is life, and every day is a challenge. Every day has its own challenges. We wish every day was perfect and everything was just the way we planned it, but that's not how it is. As we all know, life, it gets in the way. Sometimes so many obstacles, unexpected things happen, but you have to be ready to adjust, to do whatever it takes to keep going, and still adapt to those challenges, and don't let them stop you from where you want to head.
Okay, so you so there's so many reasons why we struggle to stay connected, or consistent. So Elizabeth and Isabel, they already mentioned, the why. So I'm not gonna go into that one because we already talked about that. But other reasons why we don't stay connected is, for example, trying to be perfect. The perfection is on the way. So um, a lot of people, we tend to wait for the perfect time. So, like, for example, if we're building an ad, we're waiting for the perfect ad. You really don't have to think about being perfect. Just do it, because if you're still waiting for that perfect thing, you're going to keep pushing and pushing, and you're not going to stay consistent. You're going to quit or you're going to pause, so there's no persistence on that. Another reason, why we might not we struggle with consistency is because we are overcommitted or burnout. Sometimes we're trying to juggle too many things at the same time, and that eventually, like, if you keep doing that, like, for a long period of time, your body will start reacting to that, so because you're starting getting burned out, you're starting getting tired. So that's another reason why you are struggling with the consistency. So make sure that um, that if you're taking some commitments, that you're going to be able to do it. Don't take too many commitments. So you got to learn to say no. And that's something that I learned on this business. You gotta learn to say no, because many times we only say yes, 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 but then we have too many things on our plate, and that's why we struggle. The other one is, like, the fear and self-doubt. So many times, subconsciously, we fear failure, the judgment, what other people are gonna think, not being good enough, so all those things are sabotaging our momentum, because we tend to give more importance to those things, and that really, is like, it's bringing us down to keep being consistent, so we ghost our goals, and before someone else, reject us. Um so you want to make sure that you try to block those things. And if you have that, maybe listen to something that will help you to overcome those self-doubts, so that way, you get back on track and you start to be consistent. And for some people that doesn't apply to us, but for some people, they don't find that they don't have the right system or support. But that doesn't apply to us, because we do have the support in our community. We do have that global online community support. We have a mentor, we have a coach. So really, they are there. We have what we call the accountability partner, so that really helps you. But at the same time, you have to reach out. Nothing's going to come to you. You have to ask. So if you are encountering yourself where you feel like, because, some people, they like to be on the little bubble. Okay. You have to step out of that little bubble and reach out, ask questions, reach out to your community, get to meet people, because that's how you grow your network. That's how you keep growing as a person, because you learn from other people. Um, so that's the other one that I would say. But I'm gonna let Mosimola add to it.
Yeah, that's true. When we say we lose focus of our why, you see, when you ask a mom that is staying at home, she's a professional, but she decides to stay at home. It's not because she's lazy, it's not because she doesn't want to go to work, but her purpose is, her choice is because she wants to stay with those kids, to add her values onto those kids. And that's her purpose. And when you ask the other professional woman that is a corporate worker, You say, why are you going to work? Why are you working so hard? Why are you leaving these kids? It's not because she hates her kids. It's just because she needs to put something on the table. So our choices sometimes they depend on from which angle we are looking at things.
Yes. Okay, so thank you for sharing that for everyone. And let's go to the second point. So now this point is divided into, I believe it's 4 points. No, 3 points. Okay, so let's start with the first point on for this point.
Okay, so there's 3 tips to stay consistent with purpose. And the first one is anchor every task to your why. Ask yourself, why does this matter to me? And it is it's part of your why. So you have to know you have a visual, you can feel it, right? Because it's your why. Why is this important? Why does it matter to me? And you have to really think and focus on that so that you can every day wake up and decide, okay, this is what I'm going to do, this is the steps I'm taking today, because this is part of my why, this is what I want to achieve. And it is more time with your kids, financial peace, impact. What is it that you're trying to achieve, right? Is it maybe more time for your kids like me? Because that's why I started this business, because I wanted more time with my kids, I wanted quality time with them, and I wanted to have time for my parents that are retired. They need somebody to be there for them as well, so that they're part of my why. And every day, I have to think about, why am I doing this business? Why is it that I'm present today? Why do I show up for my business today on a Sunday? And it's because of my why, because my why matters, right? When your actions are connected to your values, they become a non-negotiable. Non-negotiable is something that you're not willing to give up, something that you put in your mind, and you say, okay, these are the things that I'm going to do every day regardless of whatever. So those are important tasks, things that you are willing to do, and that includes giving up time. Like today, we could have been doing whatever, with having fun, I don't know, maybe taking a nap, watching a movie, but we're here showing up for our business because our why matters, and we know we're focused on what we want. So that's what I have for this one.
This is an interesting topic, guys. You guys have said everything that needs to be said, but I just want to highlight one part of the sentence here, looking at, staring at us. When your actions are connected to your values, they become non-negotiable. Now, the whole of my house, everybody's upstairs. The house is so calm for a family that has 5 kids. And then my husband walked in. The first thing he asked was, where is everybody? How can you ask where is everybody when they know I am on live? All my kids, I didn't even, it's an unspoken negotiation. I didn't ask them, but they know that I'm on live. They've all disappeared. The house is calm. And then my husband said, where is everybody? It is non-negotiable here. Now, the whole house knows what I do. Everybody here know what I do. And when I bring my laptop and start setting up and say I am going live, everybody know where to, disappear to, so that I can do my life flawlessly. That is non-negotiables. And it's unspoken, honestly, because they have seen results. They've seen my journey. They've been there. They know. Do you know I have a 7 years old that have asked me, are you rich? Mom, are you rich? How much have you made? It's just 7. So they are saying, they are studying us. Charity begins at home. So when your actions are connected to your values, so these people in this house, they know my values already and they are non-negotiable. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah, we have a comment here before I go to that one. So we have from Easy, that one kid, she says, super proud of your coach, Elizabeth. So that
Thank
message is
you.
beautiful. So to add to this, to what you guys say, it means it. What do we mean by like anchor every task to your why. It means, like connecting every action you take. So no matter how small, to a bigger purpose that matters to you deeply. So you're, uh, like, like you guys mentioned, what is it like, Elizabeth is for her family, um, so it's not easy, it's not always easy, to wake up early or stay consistent or show up online or push through discomfort, especially when life gets busy or, the progress is slow. But when your daily tasks are tied to your purpose, you have a meaning, your why, they become more than just chores because um, those daily tasks that you're doing, those are like building blocks that gets toward uh, that gets you closer towards your what you truly want, what you're truly building, and that is, that lifestyle that you're looking for. Um, so really, it's important to remember your why, because the journey is not easy. There's gonna be like ups and downs. So when those moments where you start having those doubts, just remember your why, because um, that will keep you pushing. That's your fuel, uh,
Mhm.
to be able to, uh, like like you might be like getting out of fuel, but then you go back to your why and say you gotta keep going, because if you want to reach, you have to push forward, and then that why is gonna keep you, going that extra mile, to be able to continue your journey to reach your goal. We do, yeah, no, okay, okay, back to you, Mosimola.
Yeah, it's just when your actions are connected to your values, they become non-negotiable. Just like
Mhm.
that. Because when you know why you are doing something, any distraction, you just like the athletes when they are on the field. No matter all those saying, oh yeah, right on, oh no, they are booing them, they do not listen to anybody. They just focus on the goal. That is the only, because when you are acting or you are doing something, you are performing, and then you see somebody says hello and you stand to say hello, this one says no, then you start, then you can't make anything. So that's just it.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, so the second point of this point is,
Plan with intention, not pressure. Don't try to do everything.
Mhm,
Choose 1 to 2 high impact actions you can do consistently, even if it's just 20 minutes a day.
mhm.
Small steps done daily will take you further than random hustle. If time permit me, I would have loved to read this again in slow motion so they can sink into all of us that it doesn't matter the duration of those activities. What matter is the consistency, even if it's 20 minutes each day, the consistently. Just show up, just do it. Just like Nike say, just do it. Doesn't matter how long, but just do it. Be consistent, be intentional, no pressures. This is so profound.
It's also said in some places that if you do not plan, then you have already planned to fail.
Absolutely.
So if you do not schedule your priorities, ah, your you just discover that you will not be able to do anything. You prioritize them, you put them on the vision board, but if you don't put any schedule on it, you just see that they will just remain on the wall. So that is it. You plan with intention, not, oh, I have to go live, and you just come in at the on the dot of the time. You are not going to be able to to be effective as you wish to be. So we everything that we are going to do, let let the vision board be there, and also plan to act. Rome was not built in a day, they say, but the building started on a day.
Little steps, right?
Just have to make those steps. You have to do it.
Absolutely.
So that's it.
That makes sense.
thank,
Thank
okay,
you.
go ahead, Elizabeth.
Um, There's a saying that if you don't have a vision, if you don't have plans, if you don't know where you're heading, then you're already there, right? Because you don't know where you're going. So wherever you are is okay with you. But here's the thing about this point number two today: plan with intention, not pressure. Don't try to do everything. So you really have to have an intention, like why are you planning? Where do you want to get? You have to have that vision, and you have to really know where you're heading, because if you don't know, any place you end up at you're going to be fine, because you don't have any point of direction. So always choose 1 to 2 high impact actions that you can consistently do, at least for 20 minutes. And that's something, those two actions have to be something that are gonna help you, get to where you want to go. And like Musalmana said, you have to have that vision. You have to know where you're heading, and you have to have a date on it, right? When are you trying to achieve this? How are you going to do it? So you have to know those things, and the only way that you can achieve in that time frame that you have set for yourself is by taking the actions daily to get there. If you're not doing that, then you're not heading the right directions, because you're not doing anything to help you move, right? So small steps done daily will take you farther than random hustle. And this is true, you have to do something every day, and don't get distracted, don't let obstacles, don't let a bad day stop you or discourage you. You have to really focus on those small steps that are going to help you um, get to your goal, get to your vision. And it really does help when you do them with a passion, when you do them with all your heart, when you really put an emotion to it, because your vision is something that you can already see. So how can you get there? And every time you're working on it, really see that vision and feel that passion for that. And it will help you stay inspired and stay connected and stay consistent overall.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, just to add to this is, like Jim Rohn says, start with one a step or two steps, and create that habit, that discipline. So if you're consistent, like for example, like for 30 days, you already achieved those two, and they become, natural because you created that habit, you created that
Mhm.
discipline. And that's what we need to create in this business, create that discipline. And then eventually you add one more step, and then you work it for 30 days. And that way, you start building that discipline, because everything at the beginning is not easy, when especially when you start something new. But you have to start building that discipline, and then eventually, it's gonna become natural, and then you can implement another one, and then continue creating that habit. So that those small steps that you're doing, will take you to be able to accomplish your long-term goal. But you have to start small. It doesn't matter, don't try to we sometimes, many times we tend to do a lot, but at the end of the day, that's not good, because first of all, you don't have the discipline. You don't have the habit to do that, because this is new. And what you're gonna end up doing is you're gonna end up burning yourself out, because you're doing a lot of stuff at the same time, and then you don't have that discipline, and it keeps you, to getting yourself tired, and then you're not focused, and then eventually, you're gonna stop. So focus on a small steps, uh, do it consistently for 30 days, and then you add one more step. But that way you create that discipline. Okay, so let's go to the last one.
Celebrate progress, not perfection. Show up messy, show up tired. Just show up.
Mhm.
Confidence and consistency grow from doing, not waiting. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. And this is
Oh.
so profound. So profound. It's so profound that I don't want to add anything to this, guys. Amazing.
Yeah, you see, when we are waiting for the perfect moment to do anything, the truth is that we, I mean, whosoever is waiting for that perfect moment is not even perfect. You are not thinking perfectly. You are not going to get to a point where you have every I dotted, every T crossed. And the same way Sister Isabel said that even on bad days, you show up, which means bad days will be there. There are
Yes.
some days that will not measure up to what we actually think it should be, because we are in a world that is not perfect, and we are not perfect. So if you are waiting for that perfect moment, oh, they will never come. So you just do it. And the more mistakes you are making, the more you are getting the experience to do better. So that is just it.
Thank you. So yeah, you don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to wait for the perfect moment, and you don't have to like look for the perfect place and feel like, okay, today, the day I have this, that's when I'm gonna do it. Because when is that day gonna come, right? That's why you have
To
to really show up.
perfect day.
You have to show up with confidence, and you have to show up consistently, without without worrying about what's going on. You just have to show up, do it, don't wait. And like I said earlier, don't wait for the perfect moment, and always celebrate the progress. Every little thing that you're doing, celebrate it. I don't know, like today we show up for our business, right? Let's celebrate
Mhm.
that. Let's celebrate that. And we don't have to be perfect. Sometimes we have so much stuff going around. Sometimes, we're not having the good day, and maybe we're showing up messy, we're showing up with so many things in our head, but we may be even tired, maybe we didn't have a good night's sleep, but we're going to show up, right? Because that's what really matters, staying consistent, uh, regardless of what's going on around us. And you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be present. Because remember, every time you show up for your business, every time you're present, you're learning, you're growing, and you're inspiring and motivating other people too to do the same. So don't wait to be perfect, just be consistent, be present, and keep growing.
Yeah, you guys pretty much say it all. Just to add, think about, like you are like this rough diamond, that working the diamond little by little, it turned out to be a beautiful diamond. So that's pretty much your journey. You start, very rough, you don't know, like we don't have no skills, no knowledge, but as we go and we start, learning, and we start doing, going through our journey, we start being, better and better, uh, and we still be consistent. So we have to celebrate, every milestone that we go in our journey. Even we tend to look for the big milestones, but there's so many small milestones. Even to accomplish, like you're posting today, that's a milestone.
Yeah.
um Even, doing a live, on your page, that's another milestone. So celebrate anything, because that celebration, it will inspire. That's a little stepping stone that is getting you closer to your success, so to whatever goal you have. So just stay, just celebrate everything. Um and say and be grateful too. That's the other thing I would say. Be grateful for, be able to show up to your business, be able to uh, do this live today, and show up for this live. So, um, yeah, it's not about being perfect, really, because if you wait for being perfect, to have like the perfect life, you're never gonna go live. So when we started, no knowing how to do a live, no knowing what to say. But it was rough, like they say, show up messy. I was us at the beginning, but as we went through, practicing, we're becoming better and better. Are we there yet? Not yet, but we are getting there, just practicing. So, um So yeah, you celebrate every progress that you do, and be great, always grateful for what you're doing and what you have accomplished. All right. So what are the takeaways for this topic?
Okay, takeaways for today. So today, instead of asking, how do I do it all? Ask yourself, what is one thing I can do today that honors my purpose?
Mhm.
Your purpose will always lead you back to consistency, and consistency is what builds the business and life you're dreaming of. So, key takeaways, these are powerful takeaways.
Yes. So we have arrived to the end of our life. So, oh, actually, well, before we go, let me just ask the questions. We have a little something for the audience here.
So you just put the comment purpose if you are ready to show up for your dream, or message us and let's talk about creating a plan that works for your real life. You know, everybody is different, but in whatever platform you are watching us from, just comment purpose and then we'll continue the conversation with you.
Thank you, Musmola. So yeah, so we have arrived to the end um, of our life. So we hope so that what we share with you guys today, you got inspired, to take action. Don't wait for perfection because that's not really um, take you anywhere. If you keep waiting, you're gonna keep waiting on, and years are gonna pass, and you will never start something. So you have to take action. You have to get out of that comfort zone, because that's the only way to do it. And start small. Do small steps, and then create that habit, that discipline, and then eventually add another one, and that's how you're gonna be able to get closer to your goal, and celebrate the milestones. Any celebration, any small, big or small, celebrate it, because and be grateful. Always be grateful for your journey, for everything that you do on the day. So we hope so that you got inspired. If you have any comments that you wanna uh, share with us, put it in the comments, and or if you want to learn how to start your online business, you can register in any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll be happy to help you, to get the link to watch the webinar and to answer any questions. You can also put it in the comments, more info, or you can send us a private message, and we'll be happy to answer any questions. Um, we do have a love emoji here from Melissa Mutoni in Jeru. So thank you, Melissa, for watching, and thank you for your heart emoji. Thank you for all the comments today too. So, and thank you for all the people that has watched the live with us, and for those catching the replay, thank you so much. To our followers, also thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. Um, in addition to that, I want to say. Oh, I lost my thought, but okay, let's continue the other. So when you register into our website, you're gonna get an email that will take you to well, you were gonna receive two links. So the first one is to register for the live webinar. So that link will take you to a page that has two buttons, one for Tuesday and one for Thursday. So you can register for either one or for both. Our live webinars is every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. MST, and 8 p.m. EST. Second link that you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Um, on the webinar, you're probably gonna asking, what I'm gonna see on the webinar. So on the webinar, you're gonna find out how the online business plan works, and also you get to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start their online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So we do have a comment here from Financial Education. He say, great discussions. And he also say, thanks panelists. So thank you so much for your comment. Thank you for watching. Um, Okay, so let's find out who were the hosts and panelists from this past Thursday's live webinar.
Okay, so this past Thursday, we had Jay as our host. She is a resigned educator. We had Zainab, she's a stay at home mom. And Happy is a clinical manager. We also had Ryan, he's a nurse and a nurse educator.
So that's me, eh? I thought it was more. So sorry about that, guys. So there was also Anna Maria, a registered nurse, Sakinat, a nurse, and Mabel, pediatric home-owned registered nurse, and we have Jinat, former major at Bangladesh Army. So you can see majority of the people here are in healthcare, doing exceedingly well here in our space, digital space as well.
So thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Elizabeth. So yeah, so our replays has subtitles in several languages, and our live webinar has subtitles in 5 languages: so Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. So if you want to catch this replay before Tuesday's live webinar, you know what to do. Just register in any of the website on the screen. Would be happy to send you that link to watch this replay. We also want to say thank you for those watching us on YouTube. Uh, and for those who doesn't follow our channel, you can subscribe to our channel and press that notification bell to get notified when we post new content and when we go in live. So thank you again for all your support, and let's find out what is next Sunday's topic.
Yeah, and next Sunday, we're going to discuss about faith in the process. That is trusting the journey before the results show up.
Yes, so that's what we're going to be talking next Sunday. So we do have another comment here from Jacqueline Brown. She say, thanks panel, valuable information. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your comment. So yeah, so we have arrived to the end of our life. So again, we wanna wish everyone a happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and a happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday, and a happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. And thank you again for being here with us and watch the live with us, for all your comments and your emojis. So thank you so much. So until the next episode of the Eagles in Digital Business, again, this is chat with all of us. So thank you everyone for watching. God bless you all. And until next Sunday. Bye, everyone.
Bye.